Hi my cosplayers, just to let you know this is going to be a really long video because it goes into a lot of details on saving, so just please bear with me guys. Is my tips and tricks on budgeting for conventions. I will be making like a whole list of kind of convention related things for this because I know a lot of people are discovering my channel and they message me all the time and they ask me questions and they want to know how to do things and whatnot, and this is why I create the channel. I don't mind. I love when people ask me things like, how much does it cost to go to convention? What do you need to do to prepare? What do you need to get in order before you can do anything? And most biggest one I get is, how do I save? Because frankly, if you are a cosplay goer and you go to conventions, you know it costs mega bucks. Well, not really mega bucks, but it's in terms like if you go all out in your cosplays. Of course, there's hotel reservations and rent and deposits and stuff. There's badges and passes and whatever else you need to get into these conventions, and rental cars, food, everything. Like, this is gonna really be just a playlist for all about that. But right now, this one is how I budget my money for like cosplays and the stuff I need to get hotels and stuff. Really, I mostly use my tax return for that. But on top of that, I like to have extra money, you know, emergency money, food money. Because even though I do go with my best friend and we split everything 50-50 from the room and the rental car, we have an agreement as like, if you want souvenirs, you want food, and other things like that, you must have your own money because we feel it's only fair. Now, we will show you how way to cut costs and the do's and don'ts of conventions, but this is just a simple way I devised for me personally, because I am a shopaholic. I will not lie. I am used to just swiping that credit card. And I realized doing that at the end of the month or end of the week, because I do get paid weekly, that about 3 or 4 days in to getting paid again, I'm like, I'm running out of money. And I was like, oh my God, where's everything going? So I've actually tried a lot of other budgeting options that people would say, like, oh, keep track on your phone, oh, keep track on your computer, and just honestly, it just was not working for me. So I realized I needed a handwritten way of really keeping up with my expenses, because I find more I write them down and then I put them on a graph at the end of the month that I see where things are going and I see how much I am wasting, like literally going out to the movies all the time, buying things off of iTunes and the App Store, spending money on inside purchases on apps, makeup, buying tons of stuff for cosplays that I have really no plans to use right now. Like, I'm like, if you watch one of my other videos on the wigs and where I got them from, I'm wearing a Daenerys wig. I have yet to buy anything else for the Daenerys outfit besides that. So what I did one month is I just went through my normal spending, kept all my receipts. I started writing them down. Because really my purse is like the receipt graveyard. Like I've got to clean it out so often because I have like tons of receipts. It's like freaking ridiculous. It really is. It's ridiculous. And once I entered it all for the month, because I put them on my pie chart and my graph chart, and I gotta say, like, I did it for like 1 or 2 months. I'm not sure. I think it was probably one. But when I saw how much like entertainment budget I was using, which was anything fun like makeup, non like things that weren't bills, groceries, gas, you know, things of that nature that are actually relevant to everyday life that you need to pay for. I was almost very physically sick at that point. Like, I was like, oh my God, just oh my God, what in the hell? Like, I was actually really, really sick. So I started making a budget because I was seeing exactly what I was spending. So now I make a little budget thing, but I handwrite mine. And I feel that handwriting helps me because I physically have to write it. I physically have to see it on paper as I'm writing it. And it kind of keeps in my mind that, yes, I need to do it this way. I'm not going to show you my expenses because I feel that that's personal information that doesn't need to be shared. And no, you should not share any of your information with anybody like that. So I have some bullshitted sheets, as in, for those who don't know what the bullshitted means, it means pretty much I just took something, I wrote things down that probably makes no sense. So please don't comment and say, oh, like that doesn't happen in real life, because this is not a real life sheet. This is bullshitted example. And first one I have is like my monthly bills, where you would write your monthly bills. Like you would write what they are, like it would be lights, rent, house note, insurance, and other things like that. Things that you have to pay monthly. You can include your iTunes thing on here because I do have a Pandora on mine, and because I did that, I put a Pandora on here because a lot of people do pay extra for the Pandora. So things like that, Netflix, Hulu, lights, rent, whatever have you. And then I have the amounts. Then what days I would pay it on, which is going to be important for a sheet later on. And then all the way over here, it would be when it was paid. And then I would always put my total and circle it just so I know what's, you know, what I'm paying for that month. Now that changes from things to things, like especially if like credit cards and things you're paying off, like a Fingerhut or Montgomery Ward's thing or whatever credit you have, like maybe cons, errands, home furniture, you know, whatever you have like funding for or financing for. This would go on like the monthly sheet. Now to break it down further, anything that doesn't go on here will go on here, except for bills that are being paid, because this is like a weekly spending chart. This is what I normally keep track of everything on. Like I mentioned, Fingerhut. I have a Fingerhut on here, and because it gets paid on the 15th on Fingerhut, I know because I have a Fingerhut account too, and I love it. I haven't really used it in a while, so I think I might order me a new camera because I think it's a little time for a new camera. Or maybe a new computer because I have a desktop over there that I hate because it's like a Windows 8. And it didn't work past a year, and I don't download anything on it, so. And I've only ever used it for like studying and work related, so like it's not like I downloaded games and crap to it. So I'm fixing to just like trash it because it won't even turn on anymore, and I had it fixed like 6 times. So that was a wasted expense. But yeah, like Fingerhut and things like Wards and stuff, things that you can actually physically make a weekly payment, I would suggest doing that because it helps you not to just throw, like, say, if you have a payment like on Fingerhut for like I'm trying to think of a number that's reasonable, like maybe $80. Then it's better to break that $80 up into a full month, and so you would always add it to your weekly spending. Like because we use that example, so I put Fingerhut, food, something, I put like a Wards thing, like if you take a bus, I have a bus fare, taxi fare, iTunes, another bill, some food. So I wrote things down, like probably, everyone was probably like, oh, that doesn't happen, but once again, this is the bullshitted sheet. It's just names and things we picked out of the air, numbers we just picked out of the air. Now, I normally always put the dates. I started to, but I was like putting everything like the 22nd. And I was like, no. I'm like, I don't think everything would be on the 22nd, but I put a few just to give you an idea. And then, of course, what you paid. And I actually print this out into 2 lists. And I don't know what is on my list I think it was something when the cat stepped on my paper because she likes to walk on everything. But yeah, I make like 2 lists. I fill it out weekly, and then down here would be where I total the 2 sheets up. And then I will add it to my graph and my chart, which is, oh, my box is moving. Okay, I'm gonna have my computer on a box because my camera doesn't want to seem to work, and I don't have time to fight with it today. Another good option for writing it down. She gave me a bunch of these. She got at Michael's. You can find them on there or Michael's online. She got me a budget. She got me a calendar. She got me an event planner and a to-do list, which I really do like these, but we both sat down and looked through all of them, and she actually wanted to return this because we both said it really wouldn't work. But I told her just to go ahead and keep it because I will find use for it. I'm not the person that's gonna waste things. And she also bought me a cute little thing to keep them all in. Cute binder, but unfortunately they won't all actually fit in the prongs of the binder, so I just keep them like this. And I do budgeting, pull these out every day, do my budgeting and whatnot. Now, I'm going to show you how once I have my month all, okay, and this is what I do at the end of the month. As you can see, it probably does not look good to you. It doesn't show anything because unfortunately it's not the end of the month. And I have yet to tally up all my spending, but let's just throw some numbers up here. Takeout. I don't normally take out, but so let's just say I just spent maybe $20. Gas, normally about 100. Fun, let's see, what can we put in the fun entertainment? I guess we can just go and do like 47. And business, this was up here. I don't really use it because it is unnecessary, but I do use it for when I'm tracking my business spending, and I just get too lazy to change the graph. But just for fun and kicks to show you how like everything would come together, let's just say I spent about 527. Let's just, you know, do that. But this is what normally my chart will kind of give me an idea of what I'm spending. And all I'm doing is just putting my totals here, and they change on the graphs. So I have my column chart over here, my graph chart, and then I have my pie chart. So you putting these 2 things on here really helps you focus and see where things are going. And this is kind of how I start planning my cutting back when I can. If I'm starting to spend too much out of my budget, this helps me kind of rein it in. So yes, another thing, if you don't have numbers, there's also Google Sheets you can do. All you do is go to your Google menu box, go down, you'll see more products by Google, and then you'll come to this kind of page right here, and you'll have to go all the way down to here if you want to put it on your computer. But for my friend Becky, bless her heart, and I do thank her very much for this information, it is preloaded into your Android's phones and tablets. If you have an Android-based computer, I think it's probably on there too, but if not, if you have a Windows or a Mac, whatever you want, but Mac already comes with numbers, as you see. But you can also download it here. Gives you options, tells you where to get it, download a computer. It is free from my understanding. But if you don't like that, you can also go, like I said, with Microsoft Excel. But I think that one you may have to pay a subscription every month for. It's not like the old days where you can go out and buy a program. I mean, you can go buy an older program, but yeah, you might want to do that so you maybe can have the program for free after you pay for it. So Okay, as you've seen, it's pretty easy and it really breaks it down and really shows you exactly what you're spending. Like I said, when I first did it, it made me sick. So that's why I started to do this, and whatever I have left over from this goes straight into a savings account for, of course, like I said, for like hotel rental, car rental, cosplays, and what also it really helps is when your hours starts getting cut at work. Like recently, my hours are starting to get cut. I'm no longer at 40 hours a week. So, oh, another option you can use to help curb your spending. I know on my mobile app for my banking, I have a card ad removal and disable setting, which means I can go and choose my cards. I can put them as deactivated. Pardon me. But that means that pretty much if it's bullshit, it won't go through. Like if my bills go through that are important, I shut it off. That means after I paid my bills, they went through. Um, Shop for groceries in the house, got gas, paid like the insurance and rent and all that. Once that's all cleared, that's out of my holding and pending charges, I will slide that motherfucker off. Sorry, excuse my French if you don't like it, but that's what I do. That means all the little bullshit things like how you would call that, uh, little extras that you have that you really don't need. You can just go ahead and ignore that. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Hopefully it helps you, and keep looking for more I don't know what this playlist is going to be called, but once I do, I'll let you know. But definitely, it will be in the playlist when it is, and you can go look at everything and see it all at once. So, bye, my cosplayers.